You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're the sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give it all to me? Give it all.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I had told y'all in the previous video when I got my hair done that I was getting back into school, and once I got back into school I was gonna start doing my videos again. So here I am, keeping my promise. I'm gonna show y'all a clip today. Y'all know how I get down. I like to show clips and do like reflections and expand on what someone's saying, or tell if I agree, if I disagree, what my takes on it are. So I'm going to show you guys a video today. But before I do that, like I said in my other video, it really is something about getting back into the routine and holding yourself accountable. Like today I went to the gym before class, then I went to class, and then now I'm doing the video. So I always find it so interesting that this is exactly how it goes. Like once you start to have your schedule, everything starts flowing. So I love that. And you're gonna see in this video is gonna talk about something that's very important, very pressing, that I feel like not all people need to hear, but a lot of people need to hear this because they're guilty of it. All right, so we'll be right back.
95% of our decisions are made by how you feel in the moment. And that is the problem. Do I feel like getting up?
No, you don't.
No. Do you feel like making that cold call? No, you don't. Do you feel like doing that third set of reps? No, you don't. We make decisions based on our feelings, and that is robbing you of joy and opportunity. If you accept the fact that you may never feel ready, and you may never feel motivated, and you may never feel confident, you may never feel courageous, and that's okay, but you can still push yourself forward. As you start to see yourself becoming the person that takes action, guess what happens? You build the skill of confidence and courage.
All right, so you guys watch the video, and what do you think? Do you think that she was bugging? Do you think she had valid points? Like, in the comments, pause the video right now. Let me know what you think about her video. Let me know if you agree with her video, before you even continue with this video and see what I'm saying. But now for me, I believe she is 100% right. I believe that, life is hard. We don't want to do the things that we're doing. Like me getting up, going to the gym, didn't really want to do that. Part of me did want to do that because, it feels good, right? You think about the after, it feels good. May be, challenging in the moment, but eventually, the results pay off, right? When you start to see yourself look good, but then also the other benefits, like mentally, you start to feel better. So it's a whole 360 type of thing that you get from being physical. But realistically, I really didn't want to get up and go to the gym, right? Coming to school, I've been doing this for 2.5 years, y'all. Actually, more than that, because this is my master's program. So I was doing, for everybody knows undergrad takes 4 years, right? Then to add on, so it's 6.5 years really. I did take a break in between, right? I wanted to give myself some time. Maybe I'll do like a video on that later, but yeah, I wanted to give myself some time. And then I got back, and no, after the gym, I didn't want to come to class, but you do it anyway, right? You have to, in order to cultivate, a person that has discipline, a person that is going to be successful, we have to do the things that we don't want to do. They literally help us, help bring us to another level. Like she literally said in the video, you kind of have to push yourself, right? You notice that first let me reference like the gym. right? Anybody that's really started getting into the gym in the beginning, this is absolutely not something you want to do. Even if you know the benefits, right? You know that it's going to give you, build confidence, build self-esteem, right? Because you're ultimately working towards something that you want. You know that. You know that being physically fit, right, helps your heart, helps your body, right? And that's also associated with living a longer life, right? We know the benefits, but it still comes down to whether you feel like doing that, right? A lot of people use, oh, well, I don't really feel like going to the gym. And no, you don't feel like going to the gym. But if you think about the benefit of it in the long run, then you say, you know what? I'm going to swallow this pill. I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to do it anyway. And you push yourself along. And then you notice that you start to naturally do that in other areas. Because if you're telling yourself no in certain areas, it's going to be like a domino effect. You're always going to be that way. You're going to be like, well, it'll wait for later. How many people do you know that say it'll wait for later? What are you waiting for later for? What if later is not available to you? What if right now is your opportunity? Right now is your time. Like, even before I got into my program, I was afraid. I didn't think, I didn't have confidence in myself, right? I knew I was a good student, whatever. I knew that I wanted to go back to school. And you had to write like an essay or whatever to get in. It was like a couple of things that you had to do to get in. I didn't feel like I could do it, right? And that's also why having great people in your life is so important. Having people that encourage you, that kind of push you along, right? Even when you don't want to do it, your parents. If you don't have your parents, your friends. If you don't have friends, like maybe like guidance counselors or mentors, whatever, those people, right? Because you could have a moment and just be like, I can't do this. And you need somebody to just be like, yes, you can. Because it's just that thing that pushes you and says, you know what? I can do this, right? You think about it and you say, no, I can. Like, my professor, I will always thank him for being invested in me. I took him during my undergraduate, and he was a very tough class for me, right? But it also proves to you your resiliency. When you conquer something that's difficult or that you didn't want to do, it proves your resiliency to yourself. Then you can look back when you're having a hard moment in life and be like, damn, well, I did this, I can do it again. So I took his course. I was very persistent, right? I'm one of those students that if I need something, I'm going to work for it, regardless. Not just students, like that's how I am in my life. So I knew his class was hard. I knew at the beginning of the semester it was going to be something that was difficult for me. I was going to need to invest more time. We set up meetings, right? I proposed the idea to him, maybe we can meet before class. There were a couple of other students that also wanted that as well. So maybe like 3 or 4 other students would meet right before class, and he would give us a more detailed explanation on the course, which I was completely grateful for, right? Because some professors are not like that. They're not offering you that extra time. They'll give you office hours or recommend you go to tutoring or something like that, but they won't personally give that to you. So I am grateful, right, that he gave me his time. There's nothing more valuable than time. He gave me his time, and he saw my dedication. So when it came to me and I felt like I couldn't do it, and I felt like, I'll just wait. I'll wait till next year. And that's exactly what I told him. I'll just wait. And he's like, what are you waiting for? Are you afraid? Do you feel like you can't do it? When people start asking you questions that, you don't have the answers to, you're like, or you know the answers and you don't want those answers to be true, you start questioning yourself. I was like, maybe I am afraid. Maybe I don't feel like I'm competent. Maybe I don't feel like I can do it. And the fact that he challenged me but also supported me at the same time was exactly what I needed. But what I learned through this program and through my 2.5 years, because I'm almost done, was that you have to be that for yourself, right? We have these supportive factors and we have these people that help us along, but like she's saying in the video, you have to get to a place. This is when you maximize your success. When you get to the place where you're doing that on your own, well, it's unstoppable. You're literally unstoppable. And I won't sit here and tell you, oh, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever, because I have my moments too, right? I have not been doing this video thing. I told myself I was gonna do it, but I really am gonna start getting into it, right? But that thing, right, that's also called your self-efficacy, right? Your ability to push yourself, your ability to muster up that strength even when you don't have it, even when you don't want to do it. Like she said, that last set, you're like, damn, this is hard, I don't want to do this, and then you do it anyway, and that breeds success. So that's the message that I wanted to come with to y'all with, you know. I love that. When I saw that video, I said, it just hit different, because when you really think about it and you sit there with yourself and you say, am I doing this? You start to question yourself. Is that something I'm guilty of? Do I need to remove myself from how I feel and put myself more into what I know is beneficial for me, or what I know will be beneficial for me? And when you sit there and ask yourself those questions, because you already have the answers. What are your answers? If you're more on the side of doing things when you feel like it, or flowing with how you feel, write a list of how far that has gotten you. Give yourself some concrete evidence. Has that been beneficial for you? If not, then you have to work on some changes. And then you start asking yourself, what can I do to be different? When I feel this way, how am I going to counter this? Am I going to go to somebody that's going to maybe push me? Am I going to hold myself accountable by writing in a journal? Am I going to create a vision board? This is why people do things like writing the vision boards and putting up things in their face, right? Putting up, before I go in my room, I have these sticky notes that I did of that I will be great, that I will be successful, that God has me, that I am protected. And these things help me when I'm having a bad day and I'm just like, I get to my room and I look up and I'm like, absolutely, absolutely. And it does something different for your spirit. So how you feel, your feelings, your emotions, those are temporary. Do it anyway. That's my mom's slogan. I grew up on that. Oh, Mom, I don't feel like doing this paper. Do it anyway. Oh, Mom, I don't feel like studying for this test. Do it anyway. Like, just do it anyway. If you start to live by that, you'll see where you go. You'll see where you go. And if you do live by that, shout out to you. You doing your thing. Write in the comments, what are some of the things that you don't really want to do that you do anyway? That applies to food too. Don't want to eat healthy? That's really how I started getting into like making more conscious decisions of what I was eating. It's like I never really liked berries, right? Blueberries. But I read up on the benefits of them and I said, I'm gonna eat them, because I know that they're going to be beneficial to me. And now it's like an acquired taste. I like it now. But I also know, like, everything that you ingest won't always be what you want to. But if you know the benefits of it, try to look at it like that. Change your perspective on things. If you know the benefits of something, then you're going to be more likely to do it, right? And sometimes people do know the benefits and they still don't want to do it. But I'm telling you, switch up your perspective on things. That's where it starts. Because once you switch up your perspective on one thing, it makes it easier for you to start to switch your perspective on other things. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my videos. Like this video, and like I said, comment down below, what was your experience? What was the time that you didn't really want to do something and you did it anyway? I want to hear.